Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is just a neighborhood within an immense cosmic city. This audiobook takes you on a journey to discover Laniakea, a supercluster so colossal that it groups tens of thousands of galaxies into an invisible web of gravity. Here, each galaxy moves as if obeying a hidden map, flowing toward a mysterious center known as the Great Attractor. But what does this galactic map really reveal? Discover it as we explore the place that represents our address in the universe and what that tells us about the secret order of the cosmos. Cosmology, the science that studies the universe, has found in superclusters a key to understanding how galaxies are organized. These gigantic groupings not only inform us about the past of the cosmos, but also offer clues about what the future may hold. In a constantly expanding universe, knowing the structure of our cosmic home is essential. What secrets do these superclusters reveal about dark matter and dark energy, two of the most enigmatic elements of the universe? To understand the magnitude of a supercluster, let's consider the Milky Way, our own galaxy, which is a component of a larger group called the Local Group. This group is part of a more vast supercluster known as Laniakea. This name, which means immense sky in Hawaiian, invites us to reflect on our place in the universe. If Laniakea is a supercluster, imagine how many galaxies and smaller clusters are contained within it. In this sense, each supercluster is a small universe in itself. The importance of Laniakea goes beyond being just our cosmic home. Through its study, scientists can trace the history of galaxies and how they have grouped together over billions of years. Laniakea allows us to observe how gravitational forces have shaped our galactic environment and how the structures we know today have formed. But how did astronomers know that Laniakea existed? The discovery of Laniakea was a milestone in modern astronomy. A group of researchers, while studying the distribution of galaxies in our region of the universe, realized that they were not randomly distributed but formed a pattern. This pattern revealed the existence of a supercluster that, when mapped, showed that Laniakea encompasses a vast territory extending over 100 million light-years. Impressive, right? When talking about the location of Laniakea, it's fascinating to think that, although we feel small compared to the vast universe, we are part of a monumental structure. Laniakea is not only connected to our Milky Way, but also relates to other superclusters that, like filaments in a fabric, intertwine throughout the cosmos. This connection leads us to understand the cosmic web that links everything that exists. The cosmic web, resembling a network of spider silk threads, is fundamental to understanding how galaxies are distributed. In this web, superclusters are nodes where gravity attracts galaxies toward them. Just as rivers flow into the ocean, galaxies cluster in these superclusters, forming a surprisingly organized structure amidst the chaos of the universe. In this context, another intriguing question arises. What role does dark matter play in all this? Although we cannot see it, we know it is there, exerting a gravitational influence on visible matter. Without dark matter, our galaxies would not have the gravitational mass needed to stay together. Laniakea, as a supercluster, is a magnificent laboratory for studying how this invisible matter affects the formation and evolution of the galaxies it comprises. Speaking of evolution, it is essential to mention dark energy, that mystery causing the universe to expand at an accelerated rate. What does this mean for Laniakea? Dark energy could be the engine behind the expansion of our supercluster and, therefore, of the entire structure of the cosmos. Every time we look up at the sky, we face the reality that the universe is in constant change, and Laniakea witnesses this evolution. The history of the universe and the history of Laniakea are intertwined. From the Big Bang to the present day, each stage of cosmic evolution has left its mark on the supercluster. Galaxies are born, live and die in an endless cycle that reflects the balance of creation and destruction. The life of galaxies within Laniakea is a testament to the dynamics of the universe and how each star and planet is part of a broader narrative. As we explore more about Laniakea, we encounter the intriguing possibility of life within its confines. Could there be civilizations in distant galaxies? What factors affect the habitability of worlds in our supercluster? The search for life is not limited to our planet. In the vast ocean of galaxies that make up Laniakea, there could be other worlds where life has also flourished. As we delve into the study of Laniakea, it is crucial to mention the tools and technologies that astronomers use to investigate this supercluster. From state-of-the-art telescopes to computer simulations, these tools allow us to obtain clearer and more precise images of the cosmos. Thanks to these advances, we can better understand how Laniakea is structured and behaves. Finally, as we explore the history and relevance of Laniakea, we realize that this supercluster is not just an object of study, but also a window into the future of our understanding of the universe. As scientists continue to research and uncover new data, Laniakea becomes a symbol of our curiosity about the life, matter, and energy that surrounds us. This journey invites us to reflect on our place in the vast cosmos and the importance of continuing to explore the mysteries that remain to be unveiled. Have you ever stopped to think about the vastness of the universe and how everything in it is organized? In the cosmos, structures are not arranged randomly. There are groupings of galaxies that form what we know as clusters, and within these we find superclusters. But what exactly is a supercluster, and why is it crucial for understanding cosmology? A supercluster is an enormous collection of galaxy clusters, which in turn are groupings of galaxies bound together by gravity. Imagine a large group of friends at a party. Each group of friends is like a galaxy cluster, while the entire party represents a supercluster. This is how galaxies are organized in the vastness of space. But how do superclusters differ from other types of cosmic structures? Clusters are smaller and consist of hundreds or thousands of galaxies, while groups are even smaller. When we combine several clusters, we obtain a supercluster which can contain thousands of galaxies and extend over hundreds of millions of light years. In this context, a supercluster is like a large metropolis compared to a small town. It is a place where many more stars, solar systems, and of course galaxies converge. The importance of superclusters in cosmology cannot be overstated. These structures are essential for understanding how matter is distributed in the universe and how it has evolved over time. By studying superclusters like Laniakea, which means immense heaven in Hawaiian, scientists can unravel the history of the universe and its expansion. Speaking of expansion, have you ever wondered how these superclusters form? The answer lies in the behavior of matter on a large scale. As the universe expands, galaxies and galaxy clusters are drawn to each other due to gravity, forming these vast structures. It's as if some people at a party start to move closer to one another, forming larger groups as the night goes on. Laniakea is a particularly fascinating supercluster. Discovered in 2014, it formed from the merging of several smaller clusters that, like pieces of a puzzle, found their place in this enormous cosmic structure. But where exactly is Laniakea located in our universe? Located in the constellation Virgo, Laniakea is home to the Milky Way and many other galaxies, forming part of a cosmic network that connects superclusters across space. This aspect of interconnection is crucial for understanding how the universe works. If you imagine a roadmap, superclusters would be the major cities connected by routes that allow travel from one place to another. The shape and size of Laniakea are equally impressive. The structure has an almost spherical shape and extends about 500 million light years. To put this in perspective, if we could travel at the speed of light, it would take us 500 million years to cross the supercluster. Surrounding it are other superclusters that also play a role in the cosmic network that makes up our universe. The galaxies that inhabit Laniakea including our own, are like stars in a large constellation of friends. Each has its own story, its own life cycle, and all are intrinsically connected by gravity. The Milky Way, with its billions of stars, is just one of the many galaxies that are part of this vast supercluster. However, the story of the galaxies in Laniakea is not without mysteries. Did you know that dark matter also plays a crucial role in the formation and evolution of this supercluster, although we cannot see it directly? Dark matter is responsible for the gravity that holds galaxies together within Laniakea. Without it, many galaxies could disperse into the vast emptiness of space. But that's not all. Dark energy, which is believed to drive the acceleration of the universe's expansion, is also intertwined with the fate of Laniakea. This mysterious force affects not only our supercluster but the entire universe. Its study is fundamental to understanding how the universe will behave in the future. The movements and dynamics of galaxies within Laniakea are equally intriguing. The gravitational forces acting in this supercluster are complex and determine how galaxies move relative to one another. It's like a cosmic dance, where each galaxy has its own rhythm but also follows the beat of the supercluster. The history of the universe is closely tied to Laniakea. From the Big Bang to the present, the supercluster has witnessed the evolution of galaxies and changes in the structure of the cosmos. Every star that is born and dies in Laniakea is a chapter in this cosmic saga, and studying these processes provides us with clues about the past of the universe. The search for life in the galaxies of Laniakea also raises fascinating questions. Are there habitable worlds in this supercluster? What factors influence the possibility of life elsewhere? These questions push us to explore beyond our own galaxy and consider our connection to the vast universe. Finally, it is important to remember that the study of Laniakea does not solely rely on telescopes and advanced technology. Astronomers use a variety of tools and methods to explore its structure and dynamics. From light observations to computer simulations, each advancement brings us a little closer to unraveling the mysteries of this supercluster. In summary, understanding what a supercluster is and its relevance in cosmology gives us a new perspective on our place in the universe. Laniakea, with its vastness and complexity, invites us to reflect on the interconnectedness of all galaxies and the mysteries that remain to be discovered in the cosmos. The story of the Laniakea supercluster is a fascinating cosmic adventure that takes us on a journey to explore how this enormous structure in the universe was formed. To understand it, we must first think about the idea that the universe is a vast ocean of galaxies, and Laniakea is like an archipelago that has emerged from the confluence of smaller islands. But what does this really mean? When we talk about the formation of Laniakea, we refer to a process that spans billions of years. In its early days, galaxies were not grouped together as we see them today. Imagine a large puzzle where the pieces are scattered. Over time, these pieces began to come closer and join together, forming clusters and groups of galaxies. But how did this happen? The answer lies in gravitational attraction, a force that acts between galaxies, as if they were magnets in an infinite space. At first, the universe was a chaotic place filled with gas and dust. As the universe began to expand, small irregularities in this primordial matter were the seeds of what would later become structures like Laniakea. Did you know that even small differences in density in the early universe were enough for some regions to start attracting more matter? These regions became the galaxy clusters we know today. Over time, these clusters not only grew, but also began to merge. Imagine you have two groups of friends coming together to form a larger one. That's how galaxy clusters combined, creating a massive supercluster. Laniakea is the result of these mergers, where galaxies that were once separate came together to form a larger cosmic community. An important milestone in the history of Laniakea was its discovery in 2014. Astronomers, while studying the distribution of galaxies, realized that there was a structure connecting several galaxies across space. It was like finding the thread that ties a pearl necklace together. This discovery not only gave us a new perspective on how galaxies are organized, but it also showed us that Laniakea is part of an even greater network that spans the universe. An intriguing question is, why is Laniakea so important? This supercluster is not just a place where galaxies meet, it is also a cosmic laboratory where we can study the evolution and behavior of galaxies on a large scale. With each new galaxy discovered within Laniakea, we gain valuable information about how they formed and how they interact with one another. The merging of galaxies and smaller clusters to form Laniakea was not a simple process. It required a cosmic dance of gravitational forces over billions of years. During this time, galaxies attracted, collided, and merged, continuously changing the structure of the supercluster. Each collision and merger brought new stars, new nebulae, and new stories to tell. Moreover, the environment of Laniakea plays a crucial role in its formation. Dark matter, that mysterious substance we cannot see but which has an immense impact on the universe, also influenced the creation and evolution of this supercluster. Dark matter acts as an invisible skeleton that guides the formation of galaxies and clusters, providing the scaffolding necessary for structures like Laniakea to develop. The story of Laniakea also reminds us that the universe is not static. Like a constantly evolving city, Laniakea continues to grow and change. New galaxies are forming, and some may be in the process of merging with others. This means that even today, Laniakea remains a place of intense cosmic activity. Thinking about the future of Laniakea, it is fascinating to imagine what it will look like in billions of years. Perhaps the galaxies we know today within Laniakea will have merged into new and unique structures, or even dispersed throughout the vast cosmos. The evolution of the supercluster is like a book that never stops being written, with each passing year adding new chapters to its story. The story of Laniakea is a reminder that we are part of something much larger. This supercluster not only houses our Milky Way, but also connects us with countless other galaxies sharing the same cosmic space. Every star, every planet, and every form of life on Earth is a small part of this vast network of galaxies that intertwine and evolve together. So the next time you look up at the starry sky, remember that each of those lights could be part of a galaxy within Laniakea, and that you, from your corner of the universe, are witnessing the ongoing story of cosmic formation and transformation happening around us. The story of Laniakea is just one of the many narratives that make up the amazing fabric of the cosmos, and there will always be more to discover. Laniakea, the supercluster of galaxies to which we belong, is a fascinating place in the vast universe. But where exactly is Laniakea located? To understand its location, we first need to visualize the cosmos as a huge, interconnected network of structures. Imagine the universe as a gigantic loom where each thread represents a supercluster, cluster, or galaxy, and where the knots are the points of highest density of matter. In this loom, Laniakea occupies a central and strategic position, as if it were one of the key pieces in an intricate cosmic puzzle. The Milky Way, our own galaxy, is located in one of the arms of this supercluster. But did you know that we are actually in a kind of galactic neighborhood? That's right, Laniakea is not just a supercluster, but a home to thousands of galaxies that interact with each other. When we look at the night sky, we might think that the stars are alone, but in reality, they are part of a much larger and connected community. A notable feature of Laniakea is its relationship with other superclusters. For example, surrounding it are superclusters like Perseus Pisces and Coma. These superclusters are like islands in the cosmic ocean, and Laniakea would be the coast that connects these islands, forming a network that shows us how matter is distributed in the universe. Thus, the location of Laniakea is not just a matter of coordinates, but a key to understanding how cosmic structures group and influence each other. But what is the size of this supercluster? Laniakea extends for approximately 100 million light-years. To put that in perspective, imagine that a light-year is the distance light travels in a year, which is about 963 billion kilometers. It is such a vast distance that it is hard to conceive. So, when we talk about Laniakea, we are talking about an expanse of space that tests our imagination. The supercluster is not a perfect sphere, rather it has an irregular shape and is composed of thousands of galaxies that cluster in filaments and voids. This structure is part of what we call the cosmic web, where galaxies tend to concentrate in filaments, leaving large empty spaces between them. In this sense, Laniakea resembles a great maze of galaxies, where every turn and corner leads us to new star systems that we have never explored before. Talking about the location of Laniakea also involves understanding its dynamics. It is not static, in fact, it moves through the universe at a surprising speed. This movement is not random, but is influenced by the gravity of other nearby cosmic structures. So, in a sense, the supercluster is in a cosmic dance, interacting with its surroundings in ways that challenge our notions of what space is. Thinking of Laniakea as a community of galaxies leads us to ask, how do these galaxies relate to each other? There are gravitational interactions that can lead to mergers between them, creating new galaxies and modifying the existing ones. This process is fundamental to the evolution of the universe, and Laniakea is a perfect example of how the location and structure of a supercluster can influence the history of the galaxies that compose it. The importance of Laniakea's location extends beyond its relationship with other superclusters. It also helps us understand our own position in the universe. By being part of Laniakea, we are connected to thousands of galaxies, giving us a broader perspective on our place in the vastness of the cosmos. This connection reminds us that although we often feel alone in the vast universe, we are actually part of something much larger. As we explore more about Laniakea, another intriguing question arises: how does its location affect life in our galaxy? Proximity to other galaxies can influence the formation of new stars and potentially the creation of conditions suitable for life. Therefore, knowing the location of Laniakea is not just a matter of cosmic geography, but also of understanding the possibilities of life in the universe. The Laniakea supercluster is a reminder that the cosmos is a complex and ever-changing place. Each discovery about its location and interactions brings us closer to unraveling the mysteries of the universe. As we advance in our exploration, it is essential to remember that every galaxy, every star, and every planet has a story to tell, and Laniakea is the stage where many of these stories intertwine. In conclusion, the location of Laniakea is not just an astronomical fact, but a window into understanding how the universe is structured. It invites us to reflect on our connection with the cosmos and to consider how each of us, though small compared to the vast immensity, is part of an extraordinary network that spans billions of light years. So the next time you look up at the sky, remember that you are observing a small fragment of a supercluster that houses not only galaxies, but also the very history of creation itself. The structure of the Laniakea supercluster is a fascinating cosmic puzzle that awakens the curiosity of scientists and enthusiasts alike. What makes Laniakea so special compared to other superclusters? To understand this, we must first imagine a vast ocean of galaxies. In this immense sea, Laniakea appears as a giant island surrounded by smaller islands, each representing other clusters and groups of galaxies. This analogy helps us visualize not only its size, but also its uniqueness in the cosmos. Laniakea extends over approximately 100 million light-years. To put this into perspective, if we consider that a light-year is the distance light travels in a year, imagine how many stars and galaxies exist in that vast space. The shape of Laniakea resembles a kind of elbow in space, a design that distinguishes it from other superclusters, which tend to be more spherical or elongated. But what does this shape really mean? The structure of Laniakea is not just an aesthetic detail, it has implications for how the galaxies within it move and group together. In this supercluster, galaxies are bound by gravity, forming filaments that resemble the branches of a tree. This network of filaments connects Laniakea to other superclusters, creating a cosmic web that unites the entire universe. Isn't it surprising to think that, although we see them as separate entities, we are all connected in a vast network? Within Laniakea, there are approximately 100,000 galaxies. Each of them can be thought of as a small world, with its own history and unique characteristics. The Milky Way, our galaxy, is located in this supercluster. But how does it compare to its neighbors? Some galaxies are larger and brighter, while others are smaller and dimmer. However, each one has a role to play in the gravitational dance taking place in Laniakea. One of the most intriguing features of Laniakea is its density. The central zone of the supercluster is much denser than its edges. This means that if you venture into the heart of Laniakea, you will find yourself surrounded by a much greater number of galaxies compared to its extremities. This phenomenon reflects a principle that recurs in the universe. Structures tend to cluster together, forming centers of cosmic activity. But if you stop to think, what about the galaxies that are located at the edges of Laniakea? Are they alone? In reality, no. Although they may seem isolated, they are connected to other cosmic structures through invisible filaments of dark matter. This matter, which we cannot see but know is there, plays a fundamental role in the structure of Laniakea. Without it, our galaxies would not be bound together in the way they are. The size and shape of Laniakea also have a significant impact on how the galaxies within it interact. For example, gravitational forces cause some galaxies to attract each other, which can result in spectacular mergers. These mergers are events that can give rise to new galaxies, demonstrating that the evolution of the universe is a continuous and dynamic process. And speaking of dynamics, have you ever wondered how galaxies move within Laniakea? The answer is fascinating. Galaxies do not simply float in space. They are in constant motion, influenced by the gravity of other galaxies and the supercluster itself. Some move rapidly toward the center, while others drift away, creating a cosmic ballet that never stops. With all this in mind, Laniakea is not just a collection of galaxies. It is a complex network that reflects the history of our universe. Its structure allows us to study how galaxies cluster and evolve over time. Understanding Laniakea is essential for deciphering the cosmic puzzle in which we live, and it provides us with a window into the history of the matter and energy that surrounds us. As we explore more about the structure of Laniakea, we also uncover the secrets of dark energy and dark matter. These forces, although invisible, are fundamental to understanding how our supercluster formed and how it behaves. Research continues, and each new discovery brings us closer to understanding this vast and enigmatic universe. In conclusion, Laniakea is much more than just a supercluster. It is a testament to the beauty and complexity of the cosmos. Its unique structure, dense population of galaxies, and connection to the rest of the universe make it a central object of study in cosmology. By exploring Laniakea, we not only learn about the galaxies that compose it, but also about ourselves and our place in this immense universe. So let's keep looking to the stars because there is always something new to discover. The vastness of the Laniakea supercluster is home to countless galaxies, each one a small universe in itself. But what galaxies make up this colossal group? Let's delve into the wonders that compose the Laniakea supercluster and discover some of its brightest stars. First, let's visualize the Milky Way, our own galaxy. It is a spiral disk that houses hundreds of billions of stars, along with a multitude of planets, dust, and gas. The Milky Way is not alone in its cosmic journey. It is part of a local group of galaxies, which includes the famous Andromeda galaxy, its closest neighbor. But how does this group fit into the grand scheme of Laniakea? The answer lies in the interconnection of galactic structures. Within Laniakea, there are about 100,000 galaxies. Imagine a vast ocean where each galaxy is an island floating in its waters. Some of these islands are larger and brighter than others, like the giant Centaurus A galaxy, which is one of the most prominent in the supercluster. Additionally, there are many smaller galaxies that, although less bright, are equally fascinating. You may wonder, how do these galaxies relate to each other? In Laniakea, galaxies are not isolated entities. They are connected by gravity, forming an intricate network. Think of a group of friends who always support each other. In the galactic realm, this friendship translates into the gravitational attraction that keeps galaxies together, allowing them to interact and, in some cases, merge. One of the most intriguing aspects of Laniakea is the diversity of its galaxies. Some are spiral, like the Milky Way, while others are elliptical or irregular. This variety is due to the different formation and evolution histories of each galaxy. Just like people, each galaxy has its own past, filled with events that have shaped its present. But what about the stars in these galaxies? Each galaxy within Laniakea is a hotbed of stellar activity. In the Milky Way, for example, new stars are born in dense regions of gas and dust, while other stars reach the end of their lives, exploding in spectacular supernovae. This cycle of birth and death is fundamental to the evolution of galaxies, as it recycles materials and allows for the formation of new generations of stars. So, are there other galaxies in Laniakea that could harbor life? The answer is yes. Astronomers have identified several galaxies that might have the necessary ingredients for life, such as liquid water and a suitable atmosphere. However, the search for life on these distant worlds is a monumental challenge. The distances are so vast that traveling to them with current technology is practically impossible. One of the most exciting findings in research on Laniakea is the detection of galaxies that are in the process of merging. These galactic collisions, while they may seem catastrophic, are actually opportunities for stellar rebirth. When two galaxies meet, their gravitational forces can trigger the formation of new stars, creating spectacular cosmic landscapes. As we explore further, it is fascinating to think about the countless untold stories that reside in these galaxies. Each one has its own set of stars, planets, and possibly solar systems waiting to be discovered. Science is constantly advancing, and each new telescope launched into space brings us a little closer to unraveling these mysteries. The interaction between galaxies in Laniakea also raises intriguing questions about the structure of the universe. As galaxies cluster and move, patterns are formed that can help us better understand how the cosmos is assembled. Could these patterns reveal secrets about dark matter and dark energy that still elude us? We cannot forget the importance of collaboration in the scientific community. Research on Laniakea involves astronomers from around the world who share data and findings to build a clearer picture of this vast structure. The union of knowledge and resources is essential to unraveling the complexity of the universe. As we navigate the immensity of Laniakea, it is important to remember that each galaxy we encounter is a reminder of our own existence. In such a vast universe, it is astonishing to think that we are part of this cosmic fabric. The exploration of galaxies within Laniakea invites us to reflect on our place in the cosmos and the wonder of life itself. So, as we continue our odyssey through the Laniakea supercluster, each galaxy tells us a story, each star shines with a purpose. Exploration is not just a quest for knowledge, but also a journey towards understanding what it means to be human in such a vast and enigmatic universe. The vastness of the universe is a stage filled with surprising dynamics where each element plays a crucial role in the grand scheme of existence. In this context, a fascinating question arises: how are the structures that compose our cosmos interconnected? The answer lies in the cosmic web, an intricate mesh of filaments and voids that, like an invisible fabric, connects superclusters, clusters, and galaxies in a gravitational dance. Visualize a gigantic loom where each thread represents a supercluster. Like Laniakea, and where the empty spaces are the areas where matter is scarce. This image allows us to understand that the universe is not simply a desolate void, but an interconnected system where each part affects the others. In this web, Laniakea stands out not only for its size, but also for its role as a crucial node in the structure of the cosmos. But what does it really mean for Laniakea to be part of this network? Imagine that each supercluster is an island in a cosmic ocean. As galaxies navigate through the currents of dark matter, they are influenced by the gravity of their neighbors. The cosmic web acts as a map that guides these trajectories, dictating how galaxies move and group together. The influence of Laniakea, therefore, is not limited to its borders. It extends beyond, affecting galaxies that are millions of light-years away. Within this web, dark matter plays a fundamental role. Although we cannot see it, its presence is felt through its gravitational effects. It is like an invisible thread that holds the structure of the cosmic fabric together, keeping galaxies and superclusters united. Without dark matter, the cosmic web would collapse, leaving galaxies drifting in a vast void. This mysterious component not only helps maintain the coherence of the web, but also influences how galaxies form and evolve, creating an environment conducive to life. Dark energy, on the other hand, is another of those intriguing elements that challenge our understanding. While dark matter acts as a glue that binds, dark energy seems to push the universe towards expansion. In a sense, it is as if the cosmic web is in a constant struggle between the attraction of gravity and the repulsion of dark energy. This unstable balance is what keeps Laniakea and other superclusters in their place as the universe continues its expansion. The interconnection between galaxies within Laniakea and their relationship with the cosmic web also manifests through their movements. Galaxies are not static entities. They move, approach, and recede from one another under the influence of gravitational forces. This cosmic dance is orchestrated by the web, where each galaxy has its own path, but all are interrelated. By observing these trajectories, astronomers can unravel not only the history of Laniakea, but also that of the universe itself. Now imagine how these interactions could affect life within the galaxies. Each change in the web can have repercussions on the life cycle of stars, the formation of new planetary systems, and even the possibility of life existing. The cosmic web is not just a system of structures, it is also a constantly changing environment that can influence the fate of galaxies and their inhabitants. The search for life in Laniakea becomes a fascinating question as we explore these connections. What role could interactions within the web play in the possibility of life emerging? The answer to this question could be key to understanding not only our place in the universe, but also that of other civilizations that might be out there, waiting to be discovered. The tools and technologies that astronomers use to study the cosmic web are fundamental. With advanced telescopes and sophisticated observation methods, scientists can map these interactions and unravel the mysteries that lie in the vast darkness of space. Each discovery adds a new piece to the puzzle, revealing the complexity and beauty of the cosmic web. As research progresses, projects are being developed that seek to delve even deeper into the nature of Laniakea and its relationship with the cosmic web. These studies are not only fascinating from a scientific perspective, but also offer us an opportunity to reflect on our own existence and how each of us is part of a much larger system, the cosmic web. And the way Laniakea integrates into it reminds us that we are part of a whole. As we explore these connections, we begin to better understand our place in the universe. Every star, every galaxy, and every supercluster are pieces of a puzzle that, when joined together, provide us with a clearer view of the history of the cosmos and our own story. Ultimately, the cosmic web is not just an abstract concept. It is a representation of the interconnectedness of all that exists. It challenges us to think beyond the immediate and consider how our actions, as well as those of celestial bodies, are intertwined in this vast universe. In the end, understanding the cosmic web and the role of Laniakea within it is an invitation to marvel at the complexity and beauty of the cosmos in which we live. Dark matter is one of the most intriguing and mysterious elements of the universe. Although we cannot see it directly, we know it is there, influencing the way galaxies behave and cluster. Have you ever wondered how dark matter affects a supercluster like Laniakea? It is fascinating to think that this invisible substance could be the key to understanding the structure and dynamics of a place as vast as our supercluster. Dark matter does not emit light, heat, or any type of radiation that we can detect with our telescopes. However, its existence is inferred through its gravitational effects. Imagine you are at a party, and although you cannot see all the guests, you can feel the presence of some by the way chairs and tables move around them. This is how astronomers perceive dark matter, through its influence on galaxies and other celestial bodies. In Laniakea, dark matter acts as a cosmic skeleton, providing the structure that holds galaxies together. This supercluster is composed of thousands of galaxies, each with its own mass and gravity. However, dark matter is what truly helps keep everything in balance. Without it, galaxies would scatter like autumn leaves carried by the wind. The relationship between dark matter and galaxies is similar to that of a fishing net. The galaxies are the fish caught in the net, while dark matter is the thread that holds it together. This net not only keeps galaxies united, but also guides their movement through space. The galaxies within Laniakea do not move randomly. Their trajectory is largely determined by the distribution of dark matter in the region. Did you know that the amount of dark matter in Laniakea is, in fact, much greater than the amount of visible matter? This means that most of the mass of the supercluster is invisible to us. This creates a huge challenge for astronomers who must develop ingenious techniques to study something they cannot see. They use everything from telescopes to computer simulations to map the distribution of dark matter and understand its impact. Dark matter also plays a crucial role in the formation and evolution of galaxies. From the moment the first structures formed in the universe, dark matter has been fundamental. As dark matter accumulated in certain areas of space, it began to attract visible matter, forming the first galaxies. Without this interaction, many of the galaxies we know today would likely not exist. As the galaxies within Laniakea interact with each other, dark matter also influences their movements. These interactions can lead to galactic mergers, where two or more galaxies combine to form a new one. This process is similar to two rivers merging to create a larger lake. Thanks to dark matter, these mergers can occur in a more orderly and controlled manner. However, dark matter is not just a passive actor on the cosmic stage. It can also be the cause of surprising phenomena. For example, galaxies can move faster than expected based on the amount of visible matter they have. This is because dark matter is present in large amounts, acting as a glue that keeps galaxies together instead of allowing them to separate. Despite its importance, the exact nature of dark matter remains a mystery. There are many theories about what it could be. Some scientists believe it could be composed of particles that we have never detected, while others suggest it could be a form of unknown energy. This enigma is one of the greatest challenges of modern physics and, at the same time, one of the most exciting aspects of astronomical research. The influence of dark matter is not limited to Laniakea. Throughout the universe, dark matter is estimated to constitute about 85% of all the mass in the cosmos. This means that although we cannot see it, its presence is crucial for understanding the structure and evolution of the universe as a whole. Without dark matter, our understanding of the cosmos would be incomplete, like a puzzle with missing pieces. Research on dark matter also opens the door to new questions. How does its distribution affect the formation of new galaxies? What role does it play in the expansion of the universe? These questions are not only relevant to Laniakea, but also help us better understand the history of the universe from its beginnings to the present. The search for dark matter has led to significant technological advancements. The experiments and observations conducted to detect it have driven the development of new instruments and techniques in astronomy. These advancements not only benefit our understanding of the universe, but also have applications in other areas of science and technology. Finally, thinking about dark matter invites us to reflect on our place in the cosmos. We often see ourselves as the center of the universe, but understanding that a large part of what makes up the cosmos is invisible and unknown reminds us of how small we are in the vast scheme of the universe. Dark matter, although elusive, connects us to the rest of the cosmos in a deep and meaningful way. Dark matter in Laniakea is a reminder that the universe is a place full of mysteries, and every answer we find can open the door to new questions. Exploring these enigmas not only helps us better understand our supercluster, but also brings us one step closer to unraveling the secrets of the universe as a whole. What keeps the universe together? One of the most intriguing answers lies in a concept that, although invisible, plays a crucial role: dark energy. But what is dark energy really, and how does it influence our Laniakea supercluster? Let's dive into this cosmic mystery. First, let's think of the universe as a balloon. When we inflate a balloon, it expands. But interestingly, it also stretches in all directions. In this case, dark energy acts like the air that inflates that balloon, driving its expansion. As the universe expands, dark energy pushes galaxies farther apart. But why is this important for Laniakea? This is where the story becomes even more fascinating. Laniakea, our cosmic home, is not isolated. It is part of a vast network of interconnected superclusters, and within this network, dark energy acts as a conductor, guiding the expansion of these structures. As dark energy pushes, Laniakea expands along with the rest of the universe, but not uniformly. Some regions are affected more than others, creating a truly interesting cosmic landscape. Have you ever wondered how dark energy was discovered? In the late 20th century, astronomers were observing supernovae, explosions of stars that are so bright they can be seen from enormous distances. Surprisingly, they realized that these supernovae were moving away from us faster than they should, according to the expected gravity. This observation led to the conclusion that something, which we call dark energy, was driving the acceleration of that expansion. Imagine you are in a moving car. If you press the accelerator, the car goes faster. Dark energy is like that cosmic accelerator, pushing the universe at an ever-increasing speed. However, the nature of dark energy remains an enigma. Although we know it is there, We do not know exactly what it is. It's as if you have a light on the road that you cannot see, but you know that somehow it is illuminating your path. Dark energy represents about 70% of the universe. That means that most of what makes up the cosmos is something we cannot see or touch. In Laniakea, its influence manifests in the way galaxies interact with each other. Instead of remaining in a static equilibrium, dark energy introduces a dynamic that constantly transforms the fabric of space. I invite you to imagine a game of dominoes. If you push one piece, it will not only fall, but will also cause other pieces to fall. Similarly, dark energy not only affects Laniakea, but its influence extends throughout the universe, altering the trajectory of other cosmic structures. This interaction between dark energy and galaxies within Laniakea is an active area of research. A fascinating aspect of dark energy is its relationship with dark matter, which acts as the scaffolding of the universe. While dark matter holds galaxies and structures together, dark energy acts as the engine that pushes everything outward. Together, they form a dynamic duo that shapes our cosmic reality. The question remains, how does this affect our understanding of Laniakea? First, the existence of dark energy forces us to rethink the fate of the universe. If the expansion continues to accelerate, what does this mean for the galaxies that make up Laniakea? The answer could be that, in the long run, some galaxies may become so separated that they may not be able to interact with each other, drastically changing the way we understand galactic evolution. Moreover, dark energy challenges us to reconsider what we know about gravity. Is it possible that our concepts of gravity are incomplete? Perhaps dark energy is telling us that there is more to the universe than we can see and measure. The complexity of this phenomenon drives us to keep exploring, seeking answers in a cosmos that seems full of surprises. As we delve into the study of Laniakea and its relationship with dark energy, it is vital to remember that we are on a quest for knowledge. Every discovery, every observation brings us one step closer to understanding not only our supercluster but also the universe as a whole. It reminds us that although we are a small part of this vast cosmic network, each of us has a role to play in the story of the cosmos. Dark energy, with its mysterious nature and its ability to influence the expansion of the universe, is a reminder that there is still much to discover. As we move into the future of astronomy and cosmology, the study of Laniakea and its relationship with dark energy will remain a fascinating and crucial topic for our understanding of the universe. Who knows what revelations await us on the cosmic horizon? The cosmic dance of galaxies within the Laniakea supercluster is a captivating spectacle that invites us to explore the invisible forces that govern the universe. How do these galaxies move? What drives them to follow specific trajectories in a vast ocean of space? To understand this, it is essential to delve into the dynamics of Laniakea, where each galaxy plays its own role in a massive choreography. The galaxies within Laniakea are not solitary entities. They are bound together by gravity, that magical force that attracts celestial bodies to one another. Imagine a vast network of connections that holds each galaxy. In fact, the movement of these galaxies resembles a dance in which the dancers move in harmony, guided by an invisible conductor, gravity. But how strong is this force that keeps everything in place? Gravity not only attracts galaxies to one another, but also affects how they move through space. Some galaxies approach each other, while others move away, creating an intricate web of fascinating trajectories. Think of a group of friends on a dance floor. Some come closer to dance together, while others drift apart. In the case of Laniakea, the galaxies moving toward the center of the supercluster are being pulled by the gravitational force of other galaxies. This movement could be described as a journey toward the heart of the supercluster. However, it is not all that simple. Galaxies do not only move due to gravitational attraction, there are also forces at play that can change the direction of their movement. Imagine you are at an amusement park, on a roller coaster that moves in different directions. The accelerations and decelerations are caused by gravity and other factors. Similarly, the galaxies within Laniakea experience influences from other nearby cosmic structures, such as clusters and groups of galaxies that can alter their trajectories. But what about the location of these galaxies? The very structure of Laniakea influences their dynamics. The shape of the supercluster, resembling a vast cloud of interconnected galaxies, creates a scenario in which some galaxies may be drawn toward the center while others are pushed toward the edges. This interaction of forces gives rise to a complex and varied dynamic. It is like a maze where some paths lead to a vibrant center, while others veer off toward the periphery. The speed at which galaxies move is also an intriguing aspect. Some advance at impressive speeds, while others move slowly, almost as if they are enjoying the scenery. Why is there so much variation? This is due to the history of each galaxy and its interaction with other structures. Sometimes galaxies may experience close encounters that accelerate them, while in other cases they may become trapped in slower orbits. A fascinating element in the dynamics of Laniakea is the phenomenon known as tidal effect. This effect occurs when the gravity of a nearby galaxy pulls on another, distorting its shape and accelerating its movement. It is a bit like when two people are on a trampoline and one jumps, causing the other to rise. Such interactions are common in Laniakea and contribute to the complexity of the cosmic dance. The nature of space itself also plays a crucial role. In the vast universe, galaxies do not just move in a straight line. They are also affected by the expansion of the universe. This expansion is like a balloon inflating, pushing everything away from its center. Thus, as galaxies move under the influence of gravity, they are also being pushed by the expansion of the cosmos, creating a complicated and fascinating dynamic. The study of the dynamics of Laniakea not only helps us understand how galaxies move, but also provides a broader insight into the evolution of the universe. Each movement, each interaction tells a story about how these galaxies formed and developed over billions of years. The history of the universe is written in every path taken by the galaxies. As we delve deeper into the dynamics of Laniakea, it is important to remember that each galaxy is unique with its own characteristics and peculiarities. Some may be in the midst of star formation processes, while others may be older and more tranquil. This diversity in galactic activity is what makes the study of Laniakea so intriguing and exciting. Research on the dynamics of Laniakea continues to advance, and astronomers are increasingly using advanced tools to better understand these movements. With powerful telescopes and innovative observation techniques, we are beginning to unravel the mysteries of how galaxies move and evolve in this supercluster. In summary, the dynamics of Laniakea reflect the complexity and beauty of the universe. The interactions between galaxies driven by gravity and other forces create a cosmic ballet that helps us understand our place in the vast cosmos. Each galaxy, with its own story and movement, contributes to the narrative of Laniakea and, by extension, to the history of the universe itself. Exploring these dynamics not only offers a glimpse into the structure of the supercluster, but also connects us with deeper questions about the nature of the universe and existence itself. Have you ever stopped to think about how our existence intertwines with the history of the universe? The story of Laniakea, this vast supercluster, is actually a fascinating chapter in the Great Cosmic Book. Since the Big Bang, approximately 13,700,000,000 years ago, the evolution of the universe has been an incredible journey of transformation and growth. In this context, Laniakea is not just a structure of galaxies. It is a witness to the most significant events that have shaped everything we know. Each galaxy within Laniakea has lived its own story, but they all share a common origin in the vast fabric of the cosmos. How does Laniakea connect with the crucial moments in the history of the universe? When the universe expanded after the Big Bang, particles began to join together, forming atoms and eventually galaxies. Laniakea, as a supercluster, is a product of that evolution. But what happened along the way? Over time, galaxies grouped together into clusters and superclusters, as if they were pieces of a puzzle fitting into the vast expanse of space. Can you imagine what it must have been like to see all of this happen? Galaxies being born, merging, separating, marking the rhythm of the universe. In the case of Laniakea, it formed from the merging of smaller clusters, a process that took billions of years. This process was not just a simple accumulation of mass, it was a cosmic dance. The history of the universe is also a story of transformation. Stars are born, live, and die, and in that cycle they create the elements that make up the world we know. Did you know that the carbon in your body, for example, was forged in the heart of a star? The galaxies within Laniakea have experienced this cycle over and over again, forming new stars and consequently new galaxies. The history of the supercluster is then also our history, that of every atom that makes us up. When we observe Laniakea, we are not just looking at a supercluster. We are looking into a mirror of the past. The way Laniakea has been built over time speaks to us of gravity, one of the fundamental forces of the universe. This force has acted as a kind of thread, uniting galaxies and clusters in a cosmic network. Who can imagine how many stories have intertwined in this vast space? Moreover, the supercluster is not isolated. It is part of a larger network that connects different structures of the universe. Imagine a huge system of cosmic highways where galaxies and clusters move through filaments of dark matter. It is a scenario that evokes the idea that every part of the universe is interconnected, and Laniakea is one of the main intersections in this vast web. As time progresses, the story of Laniakea and the universe continues. Galaxies keep moving, influenced by the gravity of their neighbors and by the expansion of the universe. But how does this manifest in practice? The dynamics of the galaxies within Laniakea is a spectacle in itself. Each galaxy follows its own path, but it is also part of a larger movement. Gravitational forces create a cosmic ballet that unfolds over millions of years. In this context, it is interesting to reflect on the impact of dark matter. Although we cannot see it, we know it is there, influencing the formation and evolution of galaxies. Dark matter is like a backdrop that supports the structure of the universe. In Laniakea, its presence is essential to understanding how galaxies interact with each other and how this great supercluster has formed. And of course, we cannot forget dark energy, that mysterious force that is driving the acceleration of the universe's expansion. How does this relate to Laniakea? On a cosmic scale, dark energy could be the engine behind it all, affecting not only Laniakea but the entire universe. The expansion we observe today is a legacy of the early moments after the Big Bang, and Laniakea is part of that journey into the unknown. The story of Laniakea is ultimately a story of connections. Just as the galaxies within this supercluster are bound by gravity, our own existence is tied to the history of the universe. Every star, every planet, and every living being carries a fragment of that history. What role do you think you play in this vast stage? At its core, the story of Laniakea is a reminder of how small yet extraordinary our place in the cosmos is. We are not just observers, we are part of the fabric of the universe, and while the story of Laniakea is just one of many cosmic narratives, its relevance invites us to keep exploring, to keep probing the mysteries that surround us. In conclusion, the story of Laniakea and its relationship with the evolution of the universe is a testament to the interconnectedness of all cosmic elements. Every star, every galaxy, every supercluster has a role in the grand narrative of the cosmos. By understanding Laniakea, we not only learn about a supercluster but also come closer to understanding our own place in this vastness. Isn't it fascinating to think that we are part of such a grand story? The life of galaxies in the Laniakea supercluster is a fascinating cycle full of birth and death, where stars shine brightly in their youth, but eventually, like everything in the universe, they come to an end. How do these cycles develop in such a vast place? The answer lies in the complexity of the cosmic interactions that continuously occur in this supercluster. Each galaxy within Laniakea is like an expanding city, where stars are born in clouds of gas and dust. Imagine a beautiful art workshop where masterpieces are shaped and painted. In this case, the stars are the works of art and the gas clouds are the materials. When these clouds are compressed by gravity, they begin to collapse, giving rise to new stars. This process of star formation is similar to a spark igniting a fire, illuminating the darkness of space. However, what happens when these stars reach maturity? As they age, they become red giants, expanding and consuming the elements around them. Their lives end in spectacular explosions known as supernovae, which scatter heavy elements throughout space. This mixture of enriched materials is vital. It's as if the universe is recycling, creating new generations of stars and planets. The death of a star is not just the end of its existence, but also the beginning of something new. This cycle of life and death of stars is fundamental to the evolution of galaxies. Have you ever wondered how planets are formed? The remnants of these explosions group together again and can give rise to new stars, planetary systems, and potentially life. Thus, each galaxy in Laniakea becomes a cosmic nursery where life can flourish. The galaxies in Laniakea are not solitary islands, they are interconnected, just like a network of roads linking different cities. Galaxies are influenced by the gravity of their neighbors. This means that star formation in one galaxy can affect a nearby one. How? Sometimes a galaxy can attract gas and dust from another, which can trigger a burst of new stars in a phenomenon known as galactic interaction. These interactions are like meetings between friends that inspire new ideas and projects. The Milky Way, our own galaxy, is no exception. Within it, constant cycles of star formation occur. Over billions of years, it has had its own supernovae and has recycled the material needed to create new stars and planetary systems. But what about the galaxies surrounding it? Galaxies like Andromeda and others also participate in this cycle. They interact and sometimes merge, creating larger and more complex galaxies. But life in Laniakea is not just a story of creation. There are also challenges. Galaxies must face competition for resources. Just like in a terrestrial ecosystem where species compete for food and space, galaxies must find ways to survive and thrive. The balance between the birth of new stars and the death of old ones is crucial for maintaining the health of each galaxy in the supercluster. Over billions of years, this cycle of life and death of stars has left its mark on Laniakea. Galaxies have evolved, some have grown, and others have disappeared. Each carries with it a unique story, but all are united by the common thread of cosmic evolution. Understanding these cycles allows us to appreciate the beauty and fragility of life in the universe. Astronomers have begun to delve deeper into these processes. Using advanced telescopes, they can observe newborn stars and the remnants of supernovae. These discoveries help us decipher how galaxies in Laniakea develop and change over time. Each observation is like a piece of a cosmic puzzle that, when put together, reveals a broader picture of the history of the universe. The search for life in the galaxies of Laniakea is also an exciting topic. Could there be life on the planets orbiting those newly formed stars? The answer is uncertain, but the possibility is intriguing. The presence of water, chemical composition, and environmental conditions are factors that play a vital role in the habitability of these worlds. Thus, life, in all its forms, could be waiting to be discovered. Ultimately, the life of galaxies in Laniakea is a reminder that everything is interconnected in the vast cosmos. Every star that is born and dies, every galaxy that interacts, contributes to a larger narrative about existence itself. By understanding these processes, we not only learn about the universe, but also about our own place within it. Each life cycle in Laniakea is a testament to the time and matter that shape our universe. Reflecting on the life of galaxies, we can marvel at the complexity and beauty of cosmic creation. With each discovery, we come a little closer to understanding not only the universe but also ourselves. In this cosmic journey, each galaxy is a page in an endless story that continues to be written as we explore the unknown. How many galaxies do you think are in the Laniakea supercluster? The answer may surprise you. Within this vast collection of galaxies, it is estimated that there are over 100,000 galaxies, each with its own star systems, planets, and potentially life. Is it possible that some of these galaxies harbor life? To answer this question, it is crucial to understand the factors that influence the possibility of life emerging and thriving. Let's start by considering what is needed for life to exist. On Earth, water is fundamental, but it's not just about having water, it's also about having the right conditions, temperature, atmosphere, and nutrients. What would happen if we transferred these conditions to other galaxies within Laniakea? It's fascinating to think that in a place as distant as the Andromeda Galaxy, there could be Earth-like planets orbiting stars that provide the necessary heat and light. The search for life is not limited to the mere existence of water or a suitable environment. We also need to consider the location of these planets in the so-called habitable zone. This is the region around a star where conditions might be just right for water to remain liquid. If a planet is too close to its star, it could be too hot, while if it is too far away, it could be frozen. How many planets in Laniakea could be in that golden zone? The answer is likely many more than we can imagine. In addition to location and conditions, there is another important factor we cannot overlook: the history of the planetary system. For life to emerge, it is necessary for basic chemical elements such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen to be available. These elements are forged in the interiors of stars, and when they explode in a supernova, they scatter these elements throughout space. Thus, the galaxies within Laniakea, which have experienced cycles of star formation and supernova explosions, could be seeded with the ingredients necessary for life. However, life is not just a matter of chemistry. Stable circumstances over millions of years are also required. Earth has had a relatively calm history in terms of cosmic disasters. The galaxies in Laniakea, being in a supercluster, may experience gravitational interactions and collisions that could alter the stability of their planetary systems. This raises an intriguing question. How might these interactions affect the chances of life on those worlds? Astrobiology, the science that studies the possibility of life elsewhere in the universe, is making great strides. Telescopes and space probes are gathering data on exoplanets in distant star systems, some of which are within Laniakea. For example, some researchers are focused on finding planets that have atmospheres similar to ours, where conditions for life could exist. Imagine for a moment that we find a planet in Laniakea that meets all the necessary conditions to harbor life. What kind of life could exist there? We might envision creatures resembling the living beings we know, but they could also be completely different, adapting to their environment in ways we have yet to comprehend. The diversity of life on Earth shows us that evolution can take unexpected paths. The possibility of finding life in Laniakea also leads us to explore how we would be viewed from another planet. If a being from another planet looked toward Earth, it would see a blue dot among millions of stars. What would they think of us? Would they see our technology, our achievements, or just a planet full of life in a corner of the universe? Reflecting on our place in the cosmos becomes even deeper when we consider that we are not alone in a vast supercluster. The search for life in Laniakea is not based solely on observation. Experiments are also being conducted here on Earth to better understand how life might arise on other worlds. Laboratories are simulating conditions of other planets and studying microorganisms that live in extreme environments on our own planet to gain insights into what life might be like elsewhere in the universe. We must not forget that communication between civilizations is a fascinating aspect of this search. If we ever find signs of intelligent life in Laniakea, how could we communicate with them? The challenge of making contact adds to the excitement of exploration. Each discovery brings us closer to understanding our own existence and that of those who might share this vast supercluster with us. In summary, the search for life in Laniakea is a journey that goes beyond a simple desire to find other beings. It is a journey that confronts us with fundamental questions about our own existence, the nature of the universe, and the possibility that we are not alone. Each galaxy within the supercluster is a world in itself. And although we do not know how many of them harbor life, the mere possibility that it exists invites us to continue exploring, researching, and dreaming about what might lie beyond our small blue planet. What tools do astronomers use to study the Laniakea supercluster? This is a fascinating question, and the answer takes us into a world of technology and creativity. Throughout history, humans have looked up at the sky with curiosity, seeking to understand what lies beyond our small planet, and today we have tools that allow us to see farther and more clearly than ever before. One of the most prominent instruments we use is telescopes. But these are not ordinary telescopes. They are state-of-the-art telescopes that can capture the light from stars and galaxies that are billions of light years away. Imagine a telescope as a huge eye that can see in the darkness of space. With them, astronomers can observe not only visible light, but also other wavelengths such as infrared and ultraviolet, which reveal phenomena that would otherwise remain hidden. And what happens to the data they collect? This is where computing comes into play. Astronomers not only look through their telescopes, but also use powerful computers to analyze vast amounts of data. Think of a giant library filled with books. Each book represents a set of information about a galaxy, and astronomers have to read and understand all those books to discover patterns and connections. This process is crucial for understanding the structure and dynamics of Laniakea. But technology doesn't stop there. Spectroscopy is another vital tool. This method allows us to break down the light from a star into its component colors like a rainbow. Each color reveals information about the composition, temperature, and motion of celestial objects. Imagine you are trying to decipher the secret of a family recipe. By breaking down the ingredients and understanding how they combine, you can recreate the dish. This is how astronomers break down light to understand what exists in the universe. Now let's talk about radio astronomy. By using giant antennas that capture radio waves from space, scientists can detect phenomena that are not visible to the naked eye. It's like listening to a distant melody. Even if you can't see the orchestra, you can feel the music. This technique has allowed the discovery of hidden galaxies and the study of the effects of dark matter in Laniakea. What about satellites? With the advancement of space technology, telescopes are not only on Earth but also in orbit. This allows them to avoid interference from the Earth's atmosphere, obtaining sharper and more precise images. Imagine trying to take a photo at a very crowded party. If you stand on a chair, you can see better and capture the image you want. Computer simulation studies are another powerful tool. astronomers create digital models of the universe to test theories about how cosmic structures form and evolve. It's like playing with building blocks. By moving the pieces around, you can see what happens when you change the shape of a structure. These simulations help us visualize how Laniakea has formed over time. In addition, international collaborations play a crucial role. Often, astronomers from different parts of the world come together to share data and resources, creating a network of knowledge that is stronger than the sum of its parts. This is similar to a soccer team where each player has an important role, and by working together they achieve a common goal: understanding the universe. What about space missions? Sending spacecraft and probes into space has been fundamental for obtaining direct information about celestial bodies. For example, missions like Hubble and more recently the James Webb Space Telescope have provided stunning images and valuable data about galaxy formation, including those that make up Laniakea. Each image is like a window that allows us to peek into the secrets of the cosmos. It is also relevant to mention theoretical astrophysics. Physicists use principles of physics to create theories about the behavior of the universe. These theories are bridges between observation and understanding, guiding astronomers in their quest for answers. Imagine you are building a bridge over a river. You need to ensure it is strong enough to support the weight. Just as theories must be robust enough to withstand the scrutiny of time, the importance of education and scientific outreach cannot be underestimated. As more people understand the science behind the tools used, interest is generated that can lead to new generations of scientists. Curiosity is contagious, and by sharing knowledge, we inspire others to look up at the sky and wonder what lies beyond. The data obtained from all these investigations not only helps to understand Laniakea, but also informs us about the nature of the universe in general. Each discovery is a brick in the building of cosmic knowledge, and by constructing it, astronomers can see more clearly how we fit into the grand scheme of things. In summary, the combination of advanced telescopes, data analysis techniques, international collaboration, and human curiosity allows us to explore the Laniakea supercluster and much more. Each tool, each discovery brings us a little closer to understanding our place in the vast and mysterious universe. With each new image and each new piece of data, we are one step closer to unveiling the secrets that surround us, and that is an adventure that never ceases to amaze. Research on the Laniakea supercluster is in full swing, and scientists have launched multiple projects to unravel its secrets. But what does it really mean to study a supercluster? Imagine a detective trying to solve a cosmic mystery. Every galaxy, every star, every tiny particle of dark matter is a clue that could lead us to understand not only Laniakea but the universe as a whole. The first step in this quest is observation. Astronomers use state-of-the-art telescopes, which are like large eyes that can scrutinize the sky. These telescopes not only see the visible light that reaches us from the stars, but they can also capture radiation from other wavelengths such as infrared or ultraviolet. Why is this so important? Because each type of radiation tells us a different story about the matter and energy that make up the supercluster. Thus, scientists can map the distribution of galaxies and study how they group together in this vast cosmic structure. Another fundamental tool in the research of Laniakea is computer simulation. These programs are like a digital time machine that allows scientists to create models of the supercluster and observe how it might have evolved over billions of years. By introducing different variables, such as the amount of dark matter and dark energy, they can see how these forces influence the formation and movement of galaxies. Isn't it fascinating to think that we can travel through time and space without leaving a laboratory? International collaboration also plays a crucial role in these projects. Astronomers from around the world share data and resources, as if they were a team of researchers coming together to solve a great cosmic puzzle. This cooperation allows for the combination of different perspectives and techniques, enriching the research and accelerating the advancement of knowledge. Conferences and symposiums become spaces where ideas flow like rivers, and each discovery becomes another brick in the construction of our understanding of the universe. The Hubble Space Telescope, for example, has provided stunning images and valuable data about the galaxies that make up Laniakea. But Hubble is not alone. Other telescopes, such as the Arecibo Observatory and the James Webb Space Telescope, are also in the hunt. Each of these instruments has its specialty, as if they were different types of tools in a cosmic toolbox. Together they offer a more complete view of what constitutes our supercluster. Some research projects focus on the role of dark matter in Laniakea. Scientists are trying to unravel how this mysterious substance, which does not emit light and cannot be seen directly, influences galaxy formation. By studying the gravitational interactions within the supercluster, researchers hope to gain clues about the nature of dark matter and its impact on the evolution of the universe. Could this search lead us to discover something completely new about the forces that shape our cosmos? Dark energy, that other mysterious force that seems to be accelerating the expansion of the universe, is also a subject of study. Scientists are analyzing how it affects Laniakea and its expanding structure. Understanding how these two forces, dark matter and dark energy, interact within the supercluster could revolutionize our way of understanding cosmology. What surprises will the study of these forces hold for us in the future? And we cannot forget the importance of education and scientific outreach. Projects like Laniakea not only generate knowledge, but also inspire new generations of astronomers and scientists every time a new finding is published. It opens the door for more people to become interested in space and science. Curiosity is a powerful drive. By sparking interest in the public, a culture of exploration and discovery is fostered. Moreover, the technology developed to investigate Laniakea has applications in other fields. Data analysis techniques and computer simulations are not only useful for astronomy but can also be applied in medicine, engineering, and many other disciplines. So, in a sense, we are building a bridge between astronomy and other areas of knowledge. As we continue to explore Laniakea and its galaxies, new questions arise. Could there be forms of life in any of these galaxies? How do stars behave in this enormous supercluster? Each answer leads us to new uncertainties and reminds us that, although we have made significant progress, there is still a long way to go in our quest for knowledge. Finally, research on Laniakea is a testament to human curiosity and our tireless search for answers. It reminds us that although we are small pieces in a vast cosmic puzzle, each discovery brings us a little closer to understanding our existence and the place we occupy in the universe. Thus, as we continue to investigate, let us remember that each star, each galaxy, and each supercluster, like Laniakea, is a chapter in the grand story of the cosmos, waiting to be discovered. What role does Laniakea play in the vast network of the universe? To understand its importance in cosmology, we must think of Laniakea as a kind of city in an immense cosmic continent. This supercluster is not just a collection of clustered galaxies. It is a fundamental part of the structure of the universe, interconnected with other superclusters through a network of filaments and voids. But why is it so essential to study it? Each supercluster, including Laniakea, acts as a natural laboratory where we can observe how matter and energy behave on gigantic scales. By studying Laniakea, cosmologists can unravel the secrets of dark matter and dark energy, two mysterious components that make up a large part of the universe. But what exactly are dark matter and dark energy? And why are they so crucial for our understanding of the cosmos? Dark matter is that invisible substance that does not emit light or energy, but whose presence can be inferred through its gravitational influence on galaxies. Laniakea, being a massive supercluster, offers us a unique window to study how dark matter is distributed and affects the galaxies that compose it. Imagine you are at a party where all the guests are in the dark, but you can hear their voices. This is how astronomers see dark matter. They cannot observe it directly, but they can feel its influence on the movement of galaxies. As for dark energy, it is an even more enigmatic force that seems to be accelerating the expansion of the universe. By investigating how Laniakea interacts with this expansion, scientists hope to unveil some of the greatest mysteries of cosmology. What if we discovered that dark energy is not constant and can change over time? This could revolutionize our way of understanding the universe. One fascinating aspect of Laniakea is its connection to the rest of the cosmos. In the grand scheme of the cosmic network, Laniakea is not isolated. On the contrary, it is linked to other superclusters, forming a kind of cosmic highway. This network is composed of filaments of galaxies and voids, which are areas with little or no matter. Understanding how Laniakea fits into this network can help us better understand the dynamics of the universe and how large-scale structures evolve. The importance of Laniakea is not limited to its composition or structure. It also offers us clues about how gravity and other fundamental forces of the universe work together to shape what we see today. Have you ever wondered how one galaxy can be pulled toward another? By studying the movements of galaxies within Laniakea, astronomers are unraveling the complexities of gravity and its role in the formation of galactic structures. Furthermore, by observing how galaxies form and evolve within Laniakea, researchers can draw a direct line to the past of the universe. Through this timeline, we can see how the initial conditions of the universe, immediately after the Big Bang, have led to the current configuration of Laniakea and its galaxies. This is somewhat like watching how a cooking recipe evolves over time. Each ingredient and each step in the cooking process affects the final outcome. The story of Laniakea is intertwined with the story of the universe itself. Each galaxy within its structure has its own narrative, from its formation to its eventual fate, just as each person has a unique story. Each galaxy also has its own journey through cosmic time. By studying these stories, scientists are writing a book about the evolution of the universe. Exploring Laniakea is not only crucial for astronomers but also for all of us. By better understanding how galactic structures form and evolve, we are in a better position to appreciate our own place in the cosmos. What does it mean to be part of a supercluster? This is a reminder that, although our lives may seem small and mundane, each of us is connected to something much larger. The study of Laniakea also invites reflection on the nature of life itself, as we seek answers about the possibility of life in other galaxies within this supercluster. We face profound questions about our own origin and purpose. Is it possible that in some of the galaxies of Laniakea there are forms of life that we have yet to discover? The search for answers to these questions could redefine our understanding of life and the universe. Finally, the role of Laniakea in cosmology is a testament to human ingenuity and the innate curiosity that drives us to explore the unknown. Each discovery about this supercluster brings us one step closer to understanding the fundamental laws that govern the universe. With each finding, we move closer to the truth of who we are and where we come from, and that is something that transcends science. It is a quest for connection and meaning in the vast cosmos we inhabit. In summary, by analyzing Laniakea, we are not only exploring a supercluster of galaxies, but also unraveling the mysteries of the universe. Each galaxy, each star, and each form of matter tells us stories that help us understand the whole. Cosmology, through Laniakea, offers us a broad view of our existence, reminding us that the universe is an interconnected place full of wonders waiting to be discovered. When discussing superclusters, it is inevitable to make comparisons with other large structures in the universe. So what makes Laniakea so special compared to other superclusters? To understand this, it is helpful to think of a large city within a network of roads. Each city has its own character, but all are connected by highways that allow traffic to flow between them. In this way, Laniakea becomes a cosmic metropolis, surrounded by other galactic cities. Let's start by mentioning one of the most well-known superclusters, the Virgo supercluster. This one is relatively close to our Milky Way and is part of the same cosmic network as Laniakea. Both superclusters are interconnected, but while Virgo focuses on the galaxy of the same name, Laniakea is a vast collection that encompasses over 100,000 galaxies. But what does this mean in terms of size and complexity? Imagine that Virgo is like a large neighborhood, while Laniakea is an entire metropolitan region. Another supercluster worth mentioning is Coma, which is located a few hundred million light-years away. This supercluster, although impressive on its own scale, does not have the same extent as Laniakea. Why is this difference so important? The answer lies in how these structures affect the movement of galaxies around them. Laniakea, with its enormous mass and network of filaments, acts as a cosmic magnet, attracting galaxies toward its center. Therefore, Laniakea's reach is significant not only for its size, but also for its gravitational influence. Let's talk about composition. Many superclusters, including Coma, are primarily composed of elliptical galaxies, but Laniakea is a mosaic of spiral, elliptical, and irregular galaxies, creating a diversity that is fascinating. What does this imply for the life of galaxies? This diversity of shapes and structures also reflects different cycles of star formation and evolution, making Laniakea a cosmic laboratory where different stages of galactic life can be studied. Distance also plays a crucial role in the comparison. Some superclusters are so far away that they are difficult to observe. This limits our knowledge about them. However, Laniakea, being relatively close and part of our own cosmic neighborhood, offers us a unique opportunity to study the interactions between its galaxies and learn more about our own cosmic history. A fascinating aspect of Laniakea is its relationship with the Perseus-Pisces supercluster. This supercluster is one of the most massive and is a considerable distance from us. But despite that distance, Laniakea and Perseus-Pisces are connected through a network of dark matter filaments. This leads us to wonder, how do these superclusters communicate with each other? The answer lies in gravity, which acts like an invisible thread that keeps these structures together over billions of light-years. The shape of Laniakea is also notable. While many superclusters have more compact shapes, Laniakea extends over a vast region with a branched structure. What does this mean for the galaxies that inhabit it? Being more dispersed, the galaxies within Laniakea have more space to interact and merge, potentially leading to the formation of new stars and galaxies. When comparing Laniakea with the Shapley supercluster, which is one of the largest known, we find that although Shapley is more massive, its shape and composition are different. Laniakea may not be the largest, but its diversity and the way it integrates into the cosmic network make it exceptional. It's as if Laniakea is a bridge connecting different parts of the universe, allowing matter to move and evolve. The history of Laniakea is also a factor that distinguishes it. While other superclusters may have had a more linear origin, Laniakea formed through the merging of multiple clusters and galaxies. This rich and complex history not only makes it unique, but also provides clues about how other structures in the universe develop. What can we learn from this history? It teaches us that the universe is a dynamic and ever-changing place where interactions are fundamental to the evolution of galaxies. As we advance in our exploration of Laniakea, it is fascinating to consider how it relates to the rest of the cosmos. Each supercluster is like a piece of a puzzle, and Laniakea is one of the largest and most complex pieces. What would happen if we couldn't see the whole picture? We would be left with unanswered questions about our own existence and the place we occupy in the universe. Finally, it is important to remember that while Laniakea is impressive, it is not alone in its greatness. Each supercluster has its own story and characteristics that contribute to our understanding of the universe. So, when we look toward the stars and galaxies, we are not only observing what is there, but also weaving a narrative of who we are and our place in this vast and wonderful cosmos. The exploration of Laniakea and other superclusters not only teaches us about the universe but also about ourselves, reminding us that we are interconnected in this vast cosmic web. Is it possible that what we know about Laniakea is based on myths and misunderstandings? Often, large astronomical concepts such as the Laniakea supercluster are surrounded by confusions that can distort our understanding of the universe. Let's debunk some of these myths and clarify the reality behind this impressive collection of galaxies. A common myth is that Laniakea is the largest supercluster in the universe. While it is true that it is a significant supercluster, it is not the only one, nor necessarily the largest. The vastness of the universe is such that there are many similar structures, each with its own characteristics. Laniakea, which means immense heaven in Hawaiian, is more like a cosmic neighborhood in which we live, compared to other superclusters that may be larger or denser. It is also said that there is nothing interesting to explore within Laniakea. This could not be further from the truth. In fact, Laniakea is home to thousands of galaxies, including our own Milky Way. Each of these galaxies is a world with its own history, and within them are billions of stars and potentially billions of planets. Each of these worlds has its own possibilities for harboring life, so even though the supercluster may seem empty in a picture, it is actually filled with wonders to discover. Some people believe that the Laniakea supercluster moves uniformly through the universe. However, this is a misunderstanding. In reality, the galaxies within Laniakea are in constant motion, attracted by the gravity of other nearby galaxies and structures. Additionally, the expansion of the universe affects all these galaxies, taking them to greater distances from each other. So, instead of a uniform movement, what we have are complex cosmic dances, where each galaxy follows its own path. The myth that dark matter does not play an important role in Laniakea is also widespread. In fact, dark matter is fundamental to understanding the dynamics of galaxies within the supercluster. Although we cannot see it directly, we know it is there due to its gravitational influence. Without this mysterious matter, galaxies would not have the necessary gravity to stay together and form structures like Laniakea. In summary, dark matter is like the invisible skeleton that supports the entire supercluster. Another misconception is that the Laniakea supercluster is static. On the contrary, the galaxies within Laniakea are in a constant process of interaction. Some are moving closer, while others are moving away, and some may even merge. This process is similar to a grand cosmic dance, where galaxies move across a vast and ever-changing stage. The idea that dark energy has no relation to Laniakea is also a myth. Dark energy is present throughout the universe and affects its expansion, including that of our supercluster. As the universe expands, dark energy acts as a force that accelerates this expansion. Therefore, we cannot ignore its influence on the structure and dynamics of Laniakea. An additional myth is that Laniakea is the only supercluster affecting our galaxy. While it is true that Laniakea is our local supercluster, we are also interacting with other superclusters in the universe, such as Virgo and Coma. These interactions can influence the movement of our galaxy and the way large-scale structures develop. It is easy to think that exploring Laniakea is a solitary effort, but the reality is that many teams of astronomers from around the world are working together to unravel its mysteries. This includes research on dark matter, dark energy, and the dynamics of galaxies. Science is a collaborative effort, and Laniakea is a perfect example of how we are all connected in the pursuit of knowledge. When talking about Laniakea, it is often mentioned that it is an inhospitable place for life. However, this concept is misleading. What we really know is that life, as we know it, may be extremely rare in the universe. But that does not mean there are no other types of life in other galaxies. The conditions on some of those worlds could be entirely different, allowing for the existence of forms of life that we cannot even imagine. Finally, many think that the study of Laniakea is an academic exercise with no repercussions on everyday life. In reality, understanding our place in the universe has profound implications for our existence. It helps us reflect on the nature of life, time, and space. Therefore, every discovery we make about Laniakea and its surroundings not only provides us with more information about the cosmos, but also offers us a new perspective on ourselves. So, as we take a moment to reflect on these myths and realities, it becomes evident that Laniakea is a fascinating and complex topic. Every aspect of this supercluster invites us to explore more, to question more, and above all, to marvel at the vastness of the universe. Instead of letting myths limit us, we should open our minds to reality and continue seeking answers in the cosmos. In the vast stage of the cosmos, a fundamental question arises: what is our place in the universe? The immensity of space may seem overwhelming, but by exploring superclusters like Laniakea, we can begin to glimpse our position in this vast cosmic web. Here, where millions of galaxies float in an ocean of dark matter and energy, a profound reflection emerges. We are just a small dot on an endless canvas, but that does not diminish our importance. When thinking of Laniakea, imagine a huge spider web. Each thread connects different galaxies, each with its own story and destiny. In this delicate fabric, the Milky Way is a small knot, a home that has witnessed the formation of stars and the evolution of life. But what does it really mean to belong to a supercluster? It means we are interconnected with an astonishing number of worlds, all part of a much greater system. The idea of being part of something larger is intriguing. Isn't it amazing that every time we look up at the starry sky, we are gazing at a vast universe that extends far beyond what our eyes can perceive? This connection invites us to question, what role do we play in this immense cosmic network? The answer can be both modest and grand. We are observers and participants in a drama unfolding over billions of years. It is easy to feel insignificant in the face of the vastness of space. However, every star in the sky has its own story, just like every galaxy. Think about how life on Earth has emerged and evolved in a specific corner of the Milky Way. What are the chances that there is life in other galaxies of Laniakea? Could there be beings with stories and cultures as rich as ours, exploring their own place in the cosmos? Science shows us that although we may seem small, each of us has an impact, from the moment we breathe to the way we interact with our environment. Every action reverberates in the fabric of the universe. Isn't it fascinating to think that our decisions can influence the course of history in our galaxy and potentially in others? Human curiosity has driven generations to look up at the stars. From ancient philosophers to modern astronomers, the quest for knowledge about the universe is a constant in our history. What motivates us to explore the unknown? Perhaps it is the desire to understand our place in the cosmos, to uncover the truths that lie beyond our world. In this quest, we also find humility. The vastness of the universe reminds us that there is much we do not know. The questions are endless. What lies beyond Laniakea? What other cosmic structures exist? How did they form and evolve? Each answer leads us to new questions, and in every discovery, we find a spark that invites us to keep exploring. The importance of understanding our place in the universe lies not only in science but also in how we perceive ourselves. When we become aware that we are part of a supercluster, we begin to see the connections between all forms of life. Isn't it wonderful to think that in some way we are all intertwined in this vast cosmos? This intertwining leads us to reflect on the responsibility we have towards our planet and the forms of life that inhabit it. By recognizing our connection to the universe, we are invited to care for our home and the lives that depend on it. The pursuit of a sustainable future is ultimately a quest for harmony in this vast cosmic fabric. Life in Laniakea, and in the Milky Way in particular, is a continuous cycle of formation and destruction. Every star that is born and every galaxy that collides reminds us that change is a constant. In this context, what is our own story? How does it intertwine with the narrative of our supercluster? Our lives are just a brief whisper in the immensity of cosmic time, but that does not make them any less significant. The desire to explore and understand is intrinsic to human nature. Every discovery, every advance in science brings us one step closer to unveiling the mysteries of the universe. On this journey, it is essential to cultivate an open mindset and a curious spirit. What wonders await us in the future? What new horizons will open as we advance in our understanding? The story of Laniakea and its connection to the rest of the universe offers us a unique perspective. It reminds us that we are part of a collective journey, a journey that spans billions of years and continues to unfold. In this journey, each of us has a vital role to play, from the scientists who investigate to the dreamers who look up in awe. Finally, as we look to the future, it is essential to remember that the exploration of the cosmos is both a challenge and an opportunity to expand our understanding, strengthen our connections, and embrace the wonder of existence. In this vast universe, every star, every galaxy, and every human being is part of a beautiful and complex symphony. And although the future is uncertain, the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is a beacon that will guide us on our journey through the stars. What does it really mean to understand our place in the vast universe? When we talk about the Laniakea supercluster, we are not just referring to a group of galaxies. We are exploring a fundamental part of the cosmic structure that surrounds us. The magnitude and complexity of Laniakea invite us to reflect on our existence and our role in this extensive stage. Who are we in comparison to the immensity of the cosmos? The idea that we all are part of Laniakea is fascinating. Every star we see in the sky is a tiny spark in a vast ocean of matter and energy. But what about the galaxies that surround us? When thinking about the Milky Way, we are not only looking into the past but also toward the future. The history of Laniakea intertwines with ours, and together we navigate through time and space. Isn't it amazing to think that each of us, with our personal stories, is part of a much larger cosmic tapestry? The exploration of Laniakea also raises intriguing questions about the nature of life itself. How many galaxies within this supercluster could harbor forms of life? The search for life on other worlds is a recurring theme that fascinates us all. Conditions on other planets may be very different from those on Earth, but that doesn't mean there aren't possibilities. The existence of life in Laniakea could change our perception of what it means to be alive. What secrets might those distant worlds hold? As we delve deeper into the study of Laniakea, we realize that we are not only seeking answers but also facing more questions. Dark matter and dark energy are concepts that seem abstract to us, yet they are essential for understanding how galaxies behave. What if I told you that these invisible forces are responsible for holding galaxies together within Laniakea? Understanding these phenomena leads us to question the limits of our knowledge. What else is out there that we have yet to discover? The history of the universe is marked by significant events that have shaped what we are today. From the Big Bang to the formation of superclusters like Laniakea, Each stage represents a chapter in a cosmic book that is still being written. What lessons can we learn from this history? Perhaps the most important is the resilience of the cosmos, despite catastrophes and transformations. Matter and energy reorganize to give rise to new forms of existence. The life of galaxies within Laniakea is a continuous cycle of birth and death, of creation and destruction. Stars are born, live and die, leaving behind elements that nourish the formation of new stars. This cosmic cycle reflects our own existence. Isn't it interesting to think that, on some level, we are all part of this cycle? Each of us is made of stars, and our matter has traveled through time and space to become what we are today. The technology and methods we use to study Laniakea are becoming increasingly sophisticated, and as we advance, our tools become more precise. Astronomical observations allow us to delve into the secrets of the universe. What discoveries might arise in the future? Each new finding will expand our understanding and lead us to question what we thought we knew. Human curiosity is insatiable, and that is what drives our desire to explore. As we continue to investigate Laniakea, it is also vital to consider how this knowledge can influence our view of the universe. Comparisons with other superclusters teach us that there is an impressive diversity in how galaxies are structured. What does this tell us about the history of the universe? Perhaps each supercluster is a reflection of a specific moment in time, a testament to how matter groups and organizes itself. It is normal for myths and realities to arise around complex concepts like Laniakea. Often, misconceptions spread faster than the truth, making it essential to debunk them. What common beliefs about the universe turn out to be incorrect? By educating ourselves, we not only challenge these notions but also open the door to a deeper understanding of cosmology. Reflecting on our human perspective in the context of Laniakea, we find that we are part of a much larger story than ourselves. How does our understanding of the cosmos influence our daily lives? The connection we feel with the universe can inspire us to be more responsible with our planet and with each other. Instead of seeing ourselves as isolated beings, we can recognize that we all share a cosmic home. The conclusion of our journey through Laniakea is clear. Exploring the universe is not just about seeking answers, but about opening our minds and hearts to the infinity of what we do not know. Each discovery, each question brings us one step closer to understanding our own existence. In this vast supercluster, each of us has a role to play. Are you daring enough to keep exploring? The adventure is just beginning, and the universe has much more to reveal to us.